Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum friends. Welcome back to the latest episode of Football Gupshup transfer news. We have got the Tuesday morning news update. We're going to be starting by bit. Let's start with the first one. We'll be starting with Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur are set to be completing their third transfer this season. You could say for the new season right now. It's going to be Bissouma who will be signing with Tottenham Hotspur. The fee has been agreed between the clubs. Tottenham Hotspur have agreed a 26 million euro fee with Brighton. So it's going to be a big signing for Tottenham. And it seems that the midfielder will be signing for the Spurs. Antonio Conte is getting his wish. So Bissouma will be signing for Tottenham Hotspurs. You could say this is going to be an excellent signing by the Spurs. I'm sure that many clubs were looking at the player. And it seems that Bissouma had made up his decision. He'll be moving to the North London and he'll be playing for Antonio Conte. So perhaps Antonio Conte will be playing with more different type of players. So he's already got Hojberg as well as Bentancur, but right now he will be adding Bissouma with him. So that's going to be a big plus. And I think that many of the fans of other clubs will be looking at this and thinking, how come the clubs didn't go for such a player? He has been a really superb player for Brighton, and for surely Bissouma is going to be one quality addition for the Tottenham Hotspurs. And right now Tottenham Hotspurs are trying to get as many players as they can before anybody else, so that when the preseason starts they will have the right quality, the right amount of players, the right squad. And I'm sure that Antonio Conte would be aiming to win something with Tottenham Hotspur. It wouldn't surprise me that if Antonio Conte goes for the Premier League, and let's see how it goes. I'm sure that he's trying to build up this side little by little, and we'll get to see how will they be able to get better and get the better of the clubs. So Tottenham Hotspurs completing this Bissouma deal is going to be a big plus for them, and let's see what happens going forward. Right now we're going to be moving on to the next one, and it's going to be about Leeds United. Leeds United are aiming to sign Mark Roca, who was let go, I think, by Bayern Munich. They don't want to have him, so let's see. Hopefully, they will sign him. And right now, it's going to be Mark Roca with Leeds United. I think Leeds United are preparing in a manner that Calvin Phillips might be looking for a move, and he might be seeking a move somewhere else. And Leeds United are preparing for that. Maybe Manchester City. It was earlier reported that Manchester United were looking into Calvin Phillips. So perhaps that is the reason that Leeds United are looking for Mark Roca. Bayern Munich are looking for a fee around 15 million euros. So I think it's going to be pretty economical for Leeds United. Jesse Marsch wants Roca, so he wants this player. So the work is in progress and there are some positive feelings. So we might expect Mark Roca. I think he's a quality player. He's an exceptional player, and if Leeds United do sign him, they're going to have a good quality addition. And I'm sure that they are preparing themselves that certainly for certain players such as Rafinha and Calvin Phillips are going to have lots of interest, and they're just preparing for that if one of them goes, then they have the equal and correct replacement. So I think Mark Roca is a reflection about that. Now there are talks also ongoing between Ashley Young and Aston Villa. Perhaps Ashley Young would want to stay for one more season, and it's going to be, I think, a 1-year contract. So the discussions are ongoing and feeling is mutual. So let's see how it goes going further. Now we'll be moving on and we'll be discussing about Florenzi from AC Milan. He has decided to stay with AC Milan, and the thing is, he is gonna close down the agreement with AC Milan. It was reported that he might be moving somewhere else, but now he has decided to stay with AC Milan. So perhaps Maldini working his magic on the player and asking him to stay because they're trying to rebuild. They won the title. So perhaps he would be saying, you know what, you stay here, we'll try to get more good players and we'll try to win the Serie A again. So perhaps that might be the motivation for him to stay. Now, it has been also reported with Liverpool that Minamino will be looking for a transfer somewhere else. It was reported that Minamino didn't have that much of playtime last season, and he might look for a move. This came about in the month of October and November last season, and I think it's getting mature in the way that it has been reported that Minamino might be looking for a move somewhere else. So we might see that happening. Darwin Núñez is almost set to complete his medical, so we might see Darwin Núñez with a Liverpool shirt. and Liverpool fans will be really happy about it. That will be signing a quality striker from the Uruguay, and I'm sure that Darwin Núñez will be very happy to play for Jurgen Klopp's side, playing alongside Salah and you could say Diego Jota, Luis Diaz, Henderson, Van Dijk, Alisson. So many players. So let's see how it goes. Now we will be heading towards other news as well. I have got with Inter Milan. Inter Milan are set to sign former Bordeaux right back. His name is Raul Bellanova, and the reason that they want to sign him is because they're looking to sell Dumfries, and Dumfries is getting an interest from somewhere else. Perhaps, maybe Manchester United was reported earlier, but it seems that it might be an inquiry, or maybe United do sell Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and then Erik ten Hag would be looking for Dumfries because he's from the same nation, and they are both from Netherlands. So perhaps Dumfries would be interested in to join Erik ten Hag, or Antonio Conte has also got an interest in him. Maybe he might be heading to Tottenham as well. So let's see. But Inter Milan are trying to make sure that they do have that proper replacement. Now, guys, this is what we have right now for regarding the Inter Milan news. But there's also another news which is about Dybala. Dybala, I think the contract is agreed between the player and the club. Inter Milan are going to announce it soon. I think the agreement has come to finish. It is done. Inter Milan and Dybala will be joining forces. So Dybala will be joining Inter Milan. So let's see how it goes going further. And perhaps Dybala will be playing for Inter Milan. Don't know how will it stand with Juventus fans, but that's how it's going to be. He didn't want to leave Italy. It was reported that he might head to Premier League, but for some reason he'll be staying at in Italy at Inter Milan from now on. So Inter Milan fans are going to be really happy. So that's what we have for Inter Milan. And right now, reports on Ekitike about Newcastle United. We're going to do this Newcastle United transfer. Ekitike deal, Newcastle are hopeful that the deal will continue, and the contacts have been still ongoing with his agent. So let's see how it goes going further. But Newcastle United are pretty much hopeful that this deal will be concluded and signing will be made. Whereas now we'll be heading towards another deal with Newcastle United is Botman from Lille. Apparently Newcastle United thought that they had an agreement with Lille about £30 million, but right now it has been reported that Lille have moved that money a little bit upwards. They want 36 million now, and Newcastle United think that it's not fair because they thought that they had an agreement, and moving 6 million upwards doesn't help because they think that they are doing this for the reason that is because of a tax money by means of that, because they're Newcastle United, they got Saudi money and they got oil money, and perhaps you'll be overcharging for a player. Newcastle United don't want to get into that. They don't want to show an impression to other clubs by doing this practice. You know what, we come in for your player, you give a valuation, we agree on that valuation, and then you increase the valuation just because we have got extra money. We're not going to go do that. We're not going to put that impression. We're going to put that example. You put a fair evaluation, we discuss that, we agree on that, and then we pay that, and that's it. I think Newcastle United are going to be sensible about it. They're not going to have two ways about it. If there was an agreement with the club, with Lille, then Lille should at least try to uphold that agreement. But if they are not able to do so, they're moving the post, then Newcastle United will move away from the player, they will move away from the target, and they will go and look somewhere else where there is no such practice of moving the goalpost about the valuations of the player. So that is what Newcastle United are trying to do. Now we'll be coming to the Chelsea transfer news. Jules Koundé has been said that he has an injury and his move to Chelsea is still standing. Chelsea are still interested in the player. It's just a matter of the valuation agreement between Sevilla and Chelsea. As soon as there is an agreement about the valuation, then pretty much Jules Koundé will be moving away to Chelsea. He wants to play for Thomas Tuchel. Not only that, there's other player as well who plays in the same league is Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele has rejected the latest contract offer from Barcelona, kind of saying that, you know what, I don't want to play for you anymore. I'm looking for something else. I'm interested in something else. Perhaps another country, perhaps another league, or perhaps playing for my another old manager such as Thomas Tuchel. So it has been reported that Thomas Tuchel is interested in Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele is interested into play for his old boss, and Ousmane Dembele has no problem playing for Chelsea in the Premier League. He would love to have that kind of experience, and he's looking forward to sign for Chelsea. So guys, that's going to be a big news for Chelsea fans, that Ousmane Dembele playing for Chelsea is going to be really exciting. He is a really exciting winger. Bar the injuries, I do understand that he doesn't get that much of play time, but he's truly a mesmerizing player. Once he's fit, he's fully fit, he's on form. There's nobody who comes close to him, not even Mbappe, in my opinion. I think Dembele is much more skillful than Mbappe, much more, you could say he has more speed than Mbappe, and I think he is, if not for his injuries, I think he would have been a better player than Mbappe. That's what my opinion is. That's my personal opinion. Maybe you guys have different opinion. That's what I think so. But if Chelsea do get him, they're gonna have a good quality player. Now, regarding the paper talk, nothing much has been reported about much in terms of other players. Nkunku has been reported that RB Leipzig have put a valuation of £100 million. Now, Chelsea and you could say Manchester City, they were interested, but it's more likely that Manchester United and Liverpool were kind of his club. But Liverpool have signed now Darwin Núñez, and Manchester United don't have that much amount of money. So maybe Nkunku will get to stay at RB Leipzig, and maybe next season he'll get his move. Now, Chelsea and Manchester City, they are interested in a certain player, which I reported yesterday, was Ait Nouri, who plays for Wolves, and they are quite interested in him. And let's see if Chelsea and Manchester City will be able to get him. Chelsea are trying to get rid of Alonso, and they're looking for a left back. Chilwell will be one of their first choice of left back, but they're looking for a cover as well. Whereas City are looking to sell Zinchenko and perhaps get a replacement, or maybe the likes of Nathan Ake. So let's see what City and Chelsea do in case of Nouri. But I'm sure that Nouri will be getting his move. Now, moving forward with Manchester United, I'll be letting you know that Manchester United are interested in a player called Vitinha, and don't know where this has come from, but it seems that Manchester United are going from targets to target. These things are being repeated back and forth again with Manchester United for some reason, but don't know what the case is. Let's see how it goes further. Right now, the frustration still standing with the fans is that United have reported again another figures that the valuation of the club has dropped by £1.3 billion, and then United have a debt of 500 million, and Glazers are still going to be taking the money out of the club as dividends. So that is not being seen acceptable by the United fans. Whereas Frankie de Jong deal still hasn't been sorted, and United should be doing this kind of deal, and they should be over by it. They should be moving on to the next target. But so far, we haven't seen any case or any evidence in which United have been able to do so. But that is what it is right now, currently and presently. So guys, this is what the update we have so far by now. I am sure that you would have loved today's news. Please do subscribe to the channel. Press the like button. Sorry for coming late. I had some technical difficulties earlier, but that has been sorted. I'll be trying to come in later in the evening at a later time. I'm sure that you guys will be tuning in for that. Guys, in the meantime, please do subscribe to my other channel called Manchester United Verse. I'll be putting down the link in the description box. I'll be doing a special episode on Manchester United transfers, and I want to do this one-off episode. I'm sure that you will be interested if you're a United fan. I'll be trying to give up a budget, and I will see what can Erik ten Hag sign in that budget, and how many players can he sign, how many players can he sell. I'll be doing that special episode, and I'm sure that you guys will be tuning in to watch that one. So guys, I want to thank you very much for tuning in, and it's really appreciated. I'll be trying to come down back again in the evening, so I'm sure that you guys will be tuning in. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, press the like button, and I'll see you in the evening. Thank you very much for watching.